All right, and before you guys get mad, and stab story.
The stab story. Okay.
Yeah. Go ahead,
Now,
take
what
it.
do you know and what do you not know about the stab story?
Me?
Yes.
I'm all right. Well, I guess I might give a little bit of the bullet
Just
points
go for
and
it.
a
Let's
little
see.
bit of a spoiler.
Tell the story through you because you're a good storyteller, and then I'll fill in the blanks.
In fucking Nashville, and you're fucking
Nash Vegas is
bopping around-
incredible.
Bopping around with Jelly Roll, y'all just rolling all over town.
That's right.
Doing your thing. Two big husky fellas. Just
No, with
around.
Catfish and his whole crew, and he had.
Glad you let me tell about 5 seconds of the story.
Well, I'm gonna fill in the blanks.
Oh, I like it. I'm kidding.
So he's he was like on right at 1 million subscribers on YouTube, and he was gonna throw a big party.
J-Roll.
Yeah, he was gonna throw a big party, that night, right,
Okay.
at his studio, and I guess he had put up on his IG story, and we were with him like picking up stuff for the party and stuff like that, rolling around with his crew. He has this giant truck like blasting through Nashville, and I guess some girls saw it and they started like DMing me, and I was like, yeah, roll through to the party.
Yeah.
And then the night goes on and they're not there, and then they start DMing us. But over the course of that night, we had started getting fucked up.
Uh-huh.
Capital F.
Yeah.
Like bottle of Maker's Mark to the head, too much booger
These
sugar.
are big boys. They can drink.
Bro, heavy. And it got even worse where there were some dudes that were fighters, and after we were all drinking, Catfish is like, my boy can fight. And they started like human cockfighting between me and Jelly Roll's crew. But like we got everybody pushed, and then we're in the middle of the fucking so it's like a studio, but it's a house where his studio is, and this is like a living room / green room, and we move the furniture, and it starts with like me and his security detail, and I start throwing around his security detail, and then Jelly's getting pissed off, and he's putting more money down, and
so you're beating up Jelly Roll security.
Yeah, and
like grappling them,
and like wrestling, not like bare knuckles, right? And I keep hitting him with a cement mixer, and Jelly Roll's getting mad as hell. He's like, "You're doing the same thing every time," and then I'm like doing a little inside trip, little Sotogari action, and so then there's a dude George, I forget his name, really cool dude. But he trained with like Conor McGregor.
Offered you a job. You could have been security and opened up for his ass.
So what's wild?
Good fit.
Yeah. So George knows his shit.
But
he's
you were
like,
looking at his wife, and now it's fucking over.
It'd be hard not to. George trained with McGregor, and like he was like living with Jelly Roll, cooking for him and stuff like that. Really, really cool dude. And we grappled, and I took him down, and then we got to the big dude, Maui the Don, Samoan motherfucker, massive dude, and we start grappling.
Bigger than me?
Thicker. Probably your height, but thick.
I was kidding, yeah.
Samoan.
I assumed the Samoan was way bigger than me, yeah.
And we start grappling, and this dude's, I'm getting tired, and this dude's got some heavy hands, heavy arms. And we start rolling around a little bit, and his piece falls out and just starts rolling around. So everybody hits the deck because his piece just starts flying around the room. And so that like clears up everything, and I'm like, all right, fuck it. And then I go to look at my phone, and my phone's been exploding. And these girls are like, hey, what's up? Are we coming? You're not answering. So then I hit them up. I was like, yo, we about to leave here. What are you doing? And they're like, come over to our place. I'm like, fuck yeah, let's go. So me and Fish are supposed to go over there, but Fish he's all passed out. So I get him an Uber and like carry him to the Uber, and then I take the Uber over to these girls' place, thinking it's just like me and these girls. Like, why not?
Right.
And I go there, bro, and it's a whole ass college party. So I'm like sitting here rolling up in like 34 years old. And I'm like, I go in there, and the girl's like, oh my God, you came. And I'm like, bro, I gotta go. And I'm hammered, but I'm like, I can't be here. And they're like, no, come in. My friend really likes you. Come in.
And I got
if I was anything less than like beyond hammered, I would have been like, nah, this is ridiculous. I gotta get out of here. So I go in there, and these dudes do not want me there at all. And it putting myself in their shoes, I wouldn't want, like, if this was my college party or some shit, some 34-year-old dude like rolled in, like, what the fuck? Get the fuck out of here, weirdo. So they like start talking shit, and I'm like, all right.
Like how so?
I don't remember exactly. Pretty fucked up. But I started talking shit back, and they didn't like it. And I remember telling them.
Yeah, you're pretty good at talking shit.
I remember telling the one dude, I was like, bro, why, you shouldn't be worried about me being here. You should be worried about fucking how bad you are, how bad your game is, that your girls are DMing me while you're here, bro. Like, you're mad at the wrong thing. You need to take a look in the mirror, bro. So one thing leads to another, and these dudes kick me out of the house. But me being fucked up, I'm like, ask me nicely and I'll leave. Ask me nicely. And then they try to like push me out. I was like, you motherfuckers are never going to get me out of here. Ever.
So on principle,
you're
like,
never,
I'm not moving.
You're literally, I'm
Yeah.
like, all you got to do is ask me nicely.
Yeah.
And then like, I'm like smacking these dudes, laughing and shit like that. And I'm like, you know, like everybody has a fight story. It was like 20 dudes, but it was seriously, it was like these 15 college kids getting angry as hell. And I was like smush facing them, these little kids, and like they're.
So we realized that. So you know how people ask the question like, how many fifth graders could you?
A lot.
And like like
I
said,
lot.
like infinite amount.
A lot.
But I guess 20 college guys with
Yeah.
knives. Not,
So what here? But this is
20.
what happened. So like they're starting to get like real legit, starting to throw
Yeah.
like punches and shit, and I'm like I'm like, bro, you're gonna hurt your hand, like, and I'm very cognizant of the fact like I can't hurt these kids, even though as fucked up as I was like, I'm not gonna be the dude that breaks a kid's face.
One kid hits me, I'm buzzsawing the entire.
Yeah, but I shouldn't have been there, and I shouldn't have been there, and so
Hit this beautiful face.
oh, the poor girls in Nashville, the broken hearts,
Unbelievable,
bro. And I shit you not, like a fucking movie. I'm like, these dudes are pushing me, and I'm like smushing their face, and I'm like basing down, and I'm like prone like this.
And how much you weighing now?
Dude, at the time I was like 100 pounds heavier. I was
So
I
what
was
that?
I was like 390, bro. I was getting close.
Yeah,
I was big
Jesus,
shit.
G wears it well, but
Big. I was
you still a
big.
300 pounder or what?
I'm like 290.
Hey.
Yeah.
Congratulations, but I'm sorry to see it go.
Thanks, man. Yeah, but I was
I'm still gonna call you a 300 pounder.
dude, I was heavy.
You're gonna keep going down, bro.
265.
Yeah,
Get back to the fighting
you
weight.
make heavyweight.
So the dude, like a fucking movie. I see it. I can still see it like right now because it like time stopped, and I remember thinking in my mind because I was like kind of having fun, but also like not. But I'm like kind of having fun, and I remember time stopped, and I went, oh fuck, this is not good. And this dude like jumped over the pile of like these people that were trying to push me out, and he had the handle of a fucking thing of Fireball, full glass thing of Fireball, and he fucking. Bam,
Bro, that's
smoked
terrible.
me in
That's
my
alcohol
head.
abuse.
Dude. So
Wasting alcohol right there.
cracked
Fuck you.
my skull. I needed
I guess that's bad,
I
too.
needed 16 staples.
I guess that's bad.
That now I got blood everywhere. Now they can get me out of the house. And
Yeah.
now they're coming around me. And next
Okay,
thing,
you asked me.
Yeah.
That wasn't nicely, but
Yeah.
you asked. Now.
Next thing I know, I'm fuck, dude, and somebody fucking pulled a knife, and
Someone's
I got
sticking you.
stabbed. I got stabbed 6 times. Now the craziest thing is, I do like a live hammered. Should have never done it, and I'm like, yo, these fucking guys are trying to kill me.
Does that still exist anywhere? That's gone to
Probably.
the ether?
Nah, that's probably out there. I wouldn't want to see it, but
Alright.
it's probably out there.
Well, I would. So if anyone out there finds it, send it to me.
Yeah, it ain't
Don't tag
great.
Gerard.
Yeah, it ain't great. It's not a good look.
So you're like showing your stab wounds and shit.
No, I'm like incoherent. I have like a 3.0 blood alcohol level. I probably have a fucking 8-ball in me, and I'm
Fucking
also
rhino.
and I'm literally my skull is broken
That's
open.
just dangerous to people having you running around that intoxicated.
Not
bro.
good, bro. Well, that's the big problem. That's
You're a
why, and that's
liability.
why I
You're a
don't
big
I don't
boy.
do whiskey or drugs anymore because most people pass out like gentlemen,
Yeah.
and I just turn into a nonstop life ruining machine. So, yeah, it's that's why.
Did you topple over any cars stumbling out?
So here's the thing, bro. I got an Uber, and
Knocked it over.
the Uber saw me, and I'm a bloody fucking mess.
Yeah.
Like I look like Mick Foley after he got thrown off the
You gonna
fucking
get a
cage.
nice cleaning fee on that one.
Yeah, they called the cops, and I must have passed out, probably about to die from blood loss, and I wake up to a cop like kicking me on the ground
That was
with
nice.
his hand on his pistol, going, "Whose blood is that? Whose blood is that?"
Who did you eat? Who did you eat? Where's the rest of them?
So, yeah, I end up refusing the ambulance. The cops follow. I got in the Uber. The Uber was so scared.
How many people did you eat tonight?
I just wanted to watch a movie. I just want to watch a movie. So
Big old Dahmer.
yeah. So
Dahmer suicides.
I go back to the Airbnb, and the cops like break down the door of the Airbnb, and like Catfish is like, "What's going on here? What's going on?"
Wait, broke the
Yeah, because I refused the help, and they thought I was gonna die, and I probably would have.
So wait,
So-
wait, I'm sorry. I missed this part. So they broke down the door of the Airbnb.
They
How'd
followed me
know?
back to the Airbnb.
What you got?
I got
you
into
no-
the Uber.
The Uber let you in?
Yeah, I couldn't believe it either.
That's weird.
Yeah, and she, was
And they broke down the door.
yeah, they kicked in the door, and they were like, "You have to go to Now here's the wildest thing.
And you knew you had stab wounds, but
Yeah,
you were
but
like,
I
they didn't
dude,
penetrate.
but I'm not coherent. I don't like.
Okay,
I'm
okay,
fucked,
okay.
bro. Like
Okay.
I'm fucked.
Okay.
Like you know what I'm
Gotcha.
saying? Like
Yes,
I'm like
yes. Yeah.
I'm dying.
Yeah.
You know. So
But you're whacked beyond your fucking.
yeah,
you're
that's all.
gone.
But
You're
yeah,
blacked
so like
out.
this is that that rock bottom moment everybody talks about. This is it. You know, when they couldn't get me on the gurney, they had to bring another fucking. They had to get Catfish, wake him up, and they had to get the three of the. You're talking like 4 grown men to get me on this fucking gurney. I'm dead weight and I'm too fucking heavy. So they get me on the gurney. They cut all my clothes off, which was wild. So I'm sitting in. When I went to leave the hospital the next day, I had no clothes, nothing. I had to take an Uber to. I had to call a Walmart in advance. I had to buy stuff from the Walmart online.
And you're 390, so that's the only place you had to get a tent.
I had to get a
That's the only thing that
tarp.
could fit you.
I had to get a tarp. Yeah. It's brutal. And they made me sign this waiver because I had a flight, and they wanted me to stay in the hospital for a week, and I'm like, I can't afford this.
You were in there for
I'm
how
a comedian.
long? How long were you in the hospital?
12 hours.
That's it.
Yeah, and they were
And they patched up your fucking
staples,
stab wounds?
staples,
Stapled your head, stapled your belly.
staples. Yeah. Yeah, and that's that. And then so that was the deal I made with God. I was like, I'll never drink again I'll never drink hard alcohol again if you see me through this. And yeah,
you said
like
that in the hospital.
yeah,
After
yeah.
You realized shit was starting to go.
Bro, I was
back?
drinking so much, bro. I was drinking. I mean, we were doing 3 shows a week, and I was drinking a bottle of whiskey a show.
Wow.
Like I was probably going through legit. I was going through like 2 bottles of Bullet bourbon a week.
Sheesh.
To the head, on top of like 12 beers just to chill.
Yeah.
You know, a night. I'm talking.